Welcome students. Myself Atul Kumar, working as a assistant professor in Department of Computer Science, Rajiv Gandhi Memorial Government College, Jogindanagar. In today's video lecture, I will discuss the basics of number system in computer science. Every computer stores numbers, letters and special characters in coded form. Before going into details of these codes, it is very essential to have a basic understanding of a number system. So this lecture helps you with fundamentals of number system. So this one is the syllabus for second year computer system architecture, and here I am going to discuss this portion data representation and basics computer arithmetics, and the topic is number system. So what is number system? Number system is a system in which different numbers can be represented by different ways. Basically, number system can be classified into two broad categories. One is non-positional number system and the second is positional number system. So firstly I will discuss non-positional number system. In a non-positional number system, the position of each digit is not fixed. So it is basically represented by counting on fingers or numbers of lines. For example, we have 5 ones, it is used to represent 5, or we have a symbol 5 to represent 5. We have a symbol 1 to represent 1. We have a symbol 2 to represent 2, and so on. This type of number system is used in early days. In early days we use this kind of number system, but in nowadays we use positional number system, and this is most widely used number system today. In positional number system there are only few symbols called digits. These symbols represent different values depending on the position they occupy in the numbers. So first positional number system I will discuss is decimal number system. So the base of this number system is 10. The reason behind this is because there are 10 digits in this number system starting from 0, and the last digit or last symbol in this number system is 9, and this number system we used in day-to-day life. For example, we have a number 2586. It has a base 10. This means if we have a base 10, this means this number system is decimal number system. And how we represent this number system, this number? So 2586, 6 is at ones place, so 6 is at ones place, and its position defines its value, and 8 is at tens place, so its position defines its value, 8 into 10 is to power 1. 5 is at 100 place, so its position defines its value, and 2 is at 1000 place, so its position defines its value. Suppose we want to if we interchange 6 by 2, then 6 is at 1000 place and 2 is at ones place. So if we interchange the position, their value is also changed. So this kind of number system is positional number system, and the maximum value for single digit in decimal number system is 9. So in decimal number system we represent any number using the available digits and arranging them in different positions. For example, observe these different numbers. The position of 6 defines different values depending upon the position. Suppose in the first 2586 the value of 6 the position of 6 at one's place, so its value is 6. In the second example, the position of 6 is at 10th place, so its value is 6 into 10 is to power 1, so its value is 60. In the third example, the position of 6 is at 100th place, so its value is 6 into 10 is to power 2, that is 600. In the fourth example, the position of 6 is at 1000th place, so its value is 6 into 10 is to power 3, that is 6000. So we can represent any number by using available digits and arranging them in different positions. Depending upon the value position of a digit in a number, its value is changed in positional number system. So decimal number system is a positional number system. The second number system is binary number system, and it is basically very widely used in our computers. So it contains only two digits, that is 0 and 1. So binary number system contains only two digits, so its base is 2. The total number of digits in any number system represent the base of that number system. So all the binary numbers are formed by the combination of these two digits 0 and 1. For example, 1001, it is a binary number. 110000011 10110101, it is a binary number. So the position and quantity of a digit at different positions in a number in binary number system is as follows. Before decimal point, the value starts from 2 raised to power 0, then it goes to the second position is 2 raised to power 1, the third position is 2 raised to power 2, and the fourth position is 2 raised to power 3. After a decimal point, the fractional value, we start from 2 raised to power minus 1, then 2 raised to power minus 2, and 2 raised to power minus 3. In the later video lectures, we will see how decimal numbers are converted into binary number system and how binary numbers are converted into decimal numbers. This is only a basic of binary numbers system. The second number system is octal number system. So from the name, it is clear that octal means 8, so it has 8 digits. So total number of symbols in octal number system is 8, and their value starts from 0, and the last digit of octal number system is 7. So it has 8 digits, so its base is 8. The total number of digits in any number system represent the base of that number system. All the binary numbers are formed by these 8 digits. For example, 273, 103, 2375, all are octal numbers. Note here 198 is not a octal number. The reason is 9 and 8 are not in octal number system. So digits 9 and 8 are not found in octal number system. So this is not a octal number. So the position and quantity of digits at different positions in a number are as follows. Before decimal point, we represent the first place at 8 raised to power 0, the second at 8 raised to power 1, the third at 8 raised to power 3, and so on. And after decimal point, we represent 8 raised to power minus 1, 8 raised to power minus 2, and 8 raised to power minus 3. Remember here, the base, if we talk about octal number system, the base is 8. So the raised to power always start with base raised to power that thing. So here base is 8, so 8 raised to power 0, 8 raised to power 1, 8 raised to power 2, and so on. Next number system is hexadecimal number system. It consists of 16 digits, starts from 0 to 9, and letters A, B, C, D, E and F, where A represent 10, B represent 11, C represent 12, D represent 13, E represent 14 and F represent 15. So the base, there are total of 16 digits. So the base here is 16. So the base is 16. So all the binary numbers are formed by the combination of these 16 digits. Not binary, hexadecimal numbers are formed by the combination of these 16 digits. For example, 3FA is a hexadecimal number, 87B is a hexadecimal number, 113 is also a hexadecimal number. The position and quantity of a digit at different positions in a number system are as follows. Here the base is 16. So before decimal point we start from 16 raised to power 0, then 16 raised to power 1, 16 raised to power 2, 16 raised to power 3, and after decimal point we represent 16 raised to power minus 1, 16 raised to power minus 2 and so on. So this table represent the basic summary of all the number system. In decimal number system we have 10 digits from starting from 0 to 9, so the base is 9 and the largest digit is 9. In binary number system the base is 2 because we have only 2 digits in binary number system. The digits are 0 and 1 and the largest digit is 1. In octal number system the base is 8, the total number of digits is 8, so from 0 to 7, and the largest digit is 7. In hexadecimal number system total number of digits are 0 to 9 and A, B, C, D, E, F. Total number of digits is 16, so the base is 16 and the largest digit is F, that is 15. So now we will see how to convert one number system into another number system. Firstly we will see how to convert a decimal number system to binary, octal and hexadecimal. There are few steps. The first step is divide the decimal number by the value of new base. Suppose we want to convert decimal number system into a binary number system. So the base of binary number system is 2, so we have to divide that decimal number by the base 2. Record the remainder from step 1 as the rightmost digits of the new base number. In the step 3, divide the quotient of the previous division by the new base. The base is 2 in case of binary number system. In step 4, record the remainder from step 3 as the next digit of the new base number. Repeat steps 3 and 4, recording the remainders from right to left until the quotient becomes 0 in step 3. So we will see in example, you will definitely get clear from the example how to convert decimal to binary, octal and hexadecimal. So this one is the first example. We have a decimal number because it has a base 10, so it is a decimal number 25, and we have to convert this number to the base 2, and base 2 is binary number, so we have to convert 25 into a binary number. So the first step is divide 25 by the base of the new converted number system. So here is the base 2, so we have to divide 25 by 2. The quotient here is 12 and the remainder is 1. So in the second step we have to divide again the quotient by 2. The new quotient is 6 and the remainder is 0. In the third step we have to divide 6 by 2. The quotient is 3 and remainder is 0. In the fourth step we have to divide 3 by 2. Quotient is 1 and remainder is 1. In the next step we have to divide the the quotient in the previous step is 1, so we have to divide this 1 by 2. The quotient becomes 0 and remainder becomes 1. So we have to stop here. When the quotient becomes 0, we have to stop here, and the the equivalent binary number starts from downwards to upward. So 1, we start from downwards to upwards. So firstly 1, then 1, then 0, then 0, then 1. So the answer is 1 1 0 0 1. So this one is actually the conversion of 25 into decimal number system. And this one is actually the mathematics behind this. First, in the first step, we have to divide 25 by 2. The remainder quotient is 12. We have to write a remainder like this 1. In the next step, we again divide 12 by 2. So the quotient is 6 and the remainder is 0. In the next step, we divide 6 by 2. The quotient is 3. The remainder is 0. We have again divide 3 by 2. Then the quotient is 1 and the remainder is 1. In the next step, we divide again 1 by 2. The quotient becomes 0 and we have to stop here, and the remainder becomes 1. And we to convert this number into a binary number, we start collecting digits or remainders from downwards to upwards like this. So we start writing firstly 1, then 1, 1, then 1, then third is 0, and fourth is 0, and fifth digit is 1. So this one is actually the binary number equivalent of 25 decimal number. This one is the second example. 42, convert 42 to the base 10 to the base 2. So we have to convert this into a binary number. So we have to divide 42 by number 2. Here the quotient is 21. When we divide 42 by 2, the remainder becomes 0. Then again divide here with 2. Then the quotient becomes 10 and the remainder becomes 1. Again, when we divide 10 by 2, then the quotient becomes 5 and the remainder becomes 0. Again, we divide 5 by 2 and the quotient becomes 2 and the remainder becomes 1. Again, we divide 2 by 2, the quotient becomes 1 and the remainder is 0. Again, when we divide 1 by 2, the quotient becomes 0 and the remainder is 1. And in order to convert this into a binary number, we start from downward to upward. So first digit is 1, we write 1 here. Second is 0, we write 0 here. Third is 1, we write third here. Then fourth is 0, then we write here. And fifth is 1, so we write here. And the sixth is 0, so we write here. So this one is actually the conversion of 42 into a equivalent binary number. I hope you understand well how to convert a binary decimal number to a binary number. So in the next example, we have a decimal number. Because why it is a decimal number? So because it has base 10 and we have to convert this number into the base 8, that is the octal number. So very simple. You have to firstly see the base. If the base is 8, so divide that number by 8. So firstly we will see here, we divide 952 by 8, the quotient becomes 119 and the remainder is 0. In the second step, again we divide 119 by 8, the quotient becomes 14 and the remainder is 7. In the next step, we divide 14 by 8, the quotient is 1 because 8 into 1 is 8, and remaining 6 we write here. In the next step, when we divide 1 by 8, then the quotient becomes 0 and the remainder is 1. Then again with the same method we write firstly 1 here from downward to upward, then 6 here, then 7, then 0, and this one is the equivalent octal number of 952 decimal number. In the next example we have for 22, it is also a base 10 and we have to convert this number into a hexadecimal number. So we have a base 16. So divide 4, in the first step we divide 428 by 16. The quotient becomes here is 26 and the remainder is 12. Now after 9 we see in hexadecimal, if we have 10 then we have to convert this into A. If we have 11 then we have to convert this into B. If we have 12 then we have to convert this into C. If we have 13 then we have to convert this into capital D. If we have 14 in the remainder then we have to convert this into capital E. And if we have F then we have to, if we have number 15 then we have to convert this number into capital F. So here the remainder is C 12, so convert this into C. So we convert this. After again we divide 26 by 16, quotient becomes 1 and the remainder is 10. So we convert 10 into capital A. Again we divide 1 by 16 and here the quotient becomes 0 and the remainder is 1. So again with the same procedure we start from firstly from downward 1, we write here 1 as such, then we go upward, then again we write A as second number and C as third number, and this one is the equivalent hexadecimal number to the number 428. Next, now we will see the conversion of decimal fractions to binary, octal and hexadecimal. In the previous example there are no decimal digits, but in this example we have, if we have a fractional value, then how to convert that into a equivalent binary, octal or hexadecimal. It's very easy. In case of fractional number we have to multiply. In the previous example we have to divide. In case of decimal numbers we have to multiply. After decimal point all the digits we have to multiply with that base in which we have to convert. For example, in this example we have a point 2345, it is a decimal number and we have to convert into a equivalent binary number. So we have, after decimal point the digit is 2345, so take here point 2345 and multiply it by 2. So the number after multiplication the number becomes 0.4690. Now before point, decimal point, write 0 like this. Take this point and take this number before decimal point in this like this. Again after decimal point we have a digit 0.4690, multiply it again with 2 and we have 0.9380. So before decimal point we have a 0, so write 0 here again, and after decimal point the number is 9380, again multiply it by 2, the number becomes 1.8760. so before decimal point we have a number 1, write 1 here, and after decimal point we have a number 8760, so multiply 8760 with 2, we have number 1.7520. so before decimal point the number is 1, so write 1 here, and after decimal point the number is 7.20, so we will again multiply with 2, the number becomes 1.5040. so we again write before decimal point place the digit is 1, so we write here, and after decimal point the number is 5040, we multiply it with 2 and the number becomes 1.0080. we again write the number before decimal point here. Repeat these steps until we get the repeated numbers, like here 1 1 1. Now the numbers are going to repeat, we stop here. If the numbers are not repeated, for example after 1 we got here 0, then we got 1, then we got 0, if there is repetition of 1 or 2 numbers again and again, then we stop here. Now in order to convert this number into a binary number, we start writing firstly point and again start writing from upward to downward. In the previous example where we divide a number, we start from downwards to upward, but in this case we have to write a number from upward to downward. So firstly we write 0 here, then again 0, then 1, then next 1, then again 1, then again 1. So this one is the equivalent binary number for this 0.2345. In the next example is 0.865 to the base 10 to convert into 2, 8, 16, means we have to convert this number into a equivalent binary number, equivalent octal number and equivalent hexadecimal number. The procedure is same for converting a number into a binary number. We have to multiply this number with 2. If we have to convert this number into a octal number, then we have to multiply this number again and again by 8. If we have to convert this number into a hexadecimal number, then we have to multiply this number by 16. So this one is the complete steps for hexadecimal number binary equivalent. This one is the complete step for octal equivalent, and this one is the complete step for hexadecimal number. Try it yourself, you will definitely get the results. So in the next example we have a number 34.4674 to the base 10 to the base 2. We have to convert this number into a binary equivalent. This one is very easy, and we here before a decimal point we have a number, and after a decimal point we have a number. So before a decimal point we follow the approach divide by 2, and after a decimal point we follow the approach multiply by 2, and after performing these two operations we have to combine these two operations as like this. Firstly for divide by 2 we follow from downward to upward, so the binary equivalent for 34 is 10010, and for decimal 0.4675, the binary equivalent is binary equivalent is 0.011101, as I explained earlier how to convert in case of fractional and in case of non-fractional decimal numbers. And after we get the results, we have to just combine these two like this: 1 0 0 0 1 0 point. After point we have to write this result 0 1 1 1 0 1, and this one is the complete binary equivalent for 34.4674 decimal number. Again, convert this number into a base 8. Again the same step. Before decimal point we have to divide the number by 8, and after a decimal point the number is 4674, we have to repeatedly multiply it with 8 until we get repeated values. So the binary equivalent for 0.4674 is 0.35. Binary octal equivalent for 4674 is 0.3572, and the octal equivalent for 34 is 42, and we combine these two in the result as 42.3572, and this one is a binary octal equivalent for 34.4674. In the next, how to convert 34.4674 to hexadecimal equivalent. This one is very easy. Again, before decimal point we divide a number by 16 repeatedly until we get a quotient 0, and after a decimal point we divide a number, we multiply a number repeatedly until we get a repeated values. So the hexadecimal for 34 is 22, and the hexadecimal equivalent for 0.4674 is 0.978716, and we combine these two to get the complete hexadecimal equivalent for decimal number system. Thank you for listening this video. Thank you.